Bear with me here. Trying to get this camera angle set up. It's been a while since I've streamed, so not quite centered any longer. Oh man. Old man. Oh man, old man. Okay, so might actually have to move my monitor just a tad. Let's see here. Let's see if that helps. No. Back the other way. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit more centered now. Okay, so that's why it's not sharing that yet, but let's see how long that takes. There we go. All right. Copy link. See if we can get this going here. Also, if anybody joins and it sounds off at all or anything like that, just let me know. Come on. So I always open the last chest. I might even go mess around with some PvP, I don't know. Damage over time, not messing with that. Looking for, not only that, it's not up around 800. Here, I'm looking for this. The damage while berserking, you inflict 30% of the base damage dealt as additional bleeding damage. I'm looking for that 30% roll. And then there's another one over here. That 1.9 would be nice, but that 1.7 is already pretty high. Running the Wrathful Heart. Trying to remember what that one's called. I think it's called the Barber. But 2.5 on that. I was running the 3.7, and it was a little bit too long. This as well, killing an enemy while berserking. 40% chance to grant 16% increased cooldown reduction to your brawling skills, which that then falls into, that's weapon mastery. So if I remember right, brawling's right here. No, that's ultimate. Brawling's up here. So this skill right here would get an increased cooldown on roll chance on RNG. Here is all of my actual defensive skills. So this right here, whenever you're rolling thorns, this is useless. Absolutely useless. The only reason why I even have this ticked is just so I can access this. I do have the 3 extra points on that. I believe it's through my amulet. Running the Rend, Flay, Rend, and I think it's, the Steel Grasp. So it's just a crit rip build that I'm running here. Not really worried about the overpower, obviously. I may switch this up, just because I'm not running any ultimate at all. Definitely, one of you are running a bleed build, this is the one to go with. And then running my 6 boards here. First glyph running here is the exploit. Second glyph is ire, just for the extra damage while berserking. Here I am running the martial, which is giving me the extra cooldown on my shout skills, which stacks on top of that ring that I showed here a few minutes ago. Seething here, the reason why I'm running this is to gain the fury off of my sword usage to keep my fury up and the increased damage with the swords. Here on this one, I am running territorial, which is giving me the extra damage to close enemies. I'm pulling everything into me anyways, as is, so that helps out. And then I also gain the extra 10% damage reduction against them being close. And then, my last glyph here that I'm running is going to be the ambidextrous one. What that does is that gives me 8% increased damage while wielding one-handed weapons. And then also the extra physical damage and the resistance to all elements. That's actually buffing on these. I may actually change that out because I'm primarily using the two-handed, of course. If I were to switch this out, I'm probably going to switch it out for... Where did you go? Probably for this right here, the Thorns damage boost. So, could also change this up to this for the extra fury, but the extra fury really doesn't matter because I'm not running the whirlwind build anymore. Whenever I first leveled up this glyph here and this glyph here, I was running the whirlwind, and that is the same with this ambidextrous. I was also running whirlwind with that. So I do have a little bit of fury build on here. I was thinking about getting rid of this chain and then coming down through my board and running. Let's see here. Did I waste this spot here? I did not, because there's no boost to the glyphs on that. So, and then also the only reason why I would run this is if it gave me health, and this does not give me health. It's all overpower. This here is just damage reduction while healthy. There is no health to this one. So the reason why I'm more worried about the health is because, as you see there, I've got the 22k on my health points. My attack power is not as high as what you see some people run. I've seen some people running up to 12k attack power. And then also some people running at about 10k armor. The armor doesn't matter as much whenever I'm running the Thorns build. My Thorns on this, without me being berserked, my Thorns on this is 17,517. So I've got quite a bit of Thorns here. Which a lot of that is picked up as well, not just because of the chest piece, obviously, because I do have the razor plate here, which that's a mid-roll. That's not even it's a mid-roll. It's not max. But because of, where'd it go? That passive that I have. This one here. So that helps for it. This right here helps with the bleed damage. It's a crit, rip, bleed build, basically. Bleed Thorns. This shout skill increases my Thorns 30% of my max life. And then also with this, I believe it's this one. Let me read this here real quick. Yes, another 10%. No, that's not the one. Where did we go? It might have been this one. Yep. So the challenging shout, 20% life. So I get that 20% bonus life on top of, which is going to be another 4,000, approximately 4,500, approximately. It's more like 4,400 and blah blah. But that's additional Thorns once again. So that would be an additional 4,400 Thorns on top of the 17k that I've already got. So that's over 20k Thorns. It's a pretty good roll. But again, that armor could have almost another 1,000 on it. Give me a second here. I actually just got a work email. Actually, in my freight broker, that's what I do for a living, so I've got to make sure I stay on top of my stuff here. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna run back down here. Well, I'm already here. Gonna finish selling my stuff here real quick. It's not close to 800. That's not worth it, because even after I add this, rank this up, it'll be plus 25. I'm negative 81 here. It's not worth switching up the gloves that I have for a pair that's lower, that much lower. That's useless. I know the Thorn stat on the side would be good, but it's a low roll for the Thorns anyways. On top of that, that vulnerable is nice, but the rest of that's a bad roll. So all of these are gone. I'm going to keep this one because it's maxed. on the substat. That's sell. Ooh, maybe not. I've been looking for a good axe. 798. So the all stat, strength, and the vulnerable on here is nice. However, I would need to re-roll that damage to close enemies. I've been thinking about switching up this build to an axe instead. Oh, that's nice. It's a low roll on the damage to close enemies anyways. And just like I've got here, I would prefer to have the critical strike over the damage to close. So that would be something that I would need to re-roll to keep. But I am going to keep that. That's close enough. It's still not going to be quite as much as damage as this one, but it's close. That's darn close. That's a poo roll on that one. And the stats on that one are not good. Only 682. 782. Low roll. And that's another one I'm going to keep. So these are all going to my inventory. Oh, that fills up all my slots. I'm going to have to go through and see what I've got duped in here for abilities. But this will give you guys an idea. So this right here, I was actually planning on doing a double swing build. So that's what all of these items are in here for. So this right here, I was going to re-roll the chance to heal for the double swing. See right there, the double swing. But I was going to need to re-roll the intelligence on this one. I was going to hope to get strength out of that. This, I was going to re-roll the whirlwind on it. And then was going to hope to get either cooldown or something like that. The only thing that's bad about this pair, and actually that makes it trashable, is the 3% crit strike chance. That's way too low. 3 ranks of double swing. So I would have to change the Hammer of the Ancients on this one. Hoda is something I don't plan on running as a bard. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get rid of that one as well. This right here stunk. So what I'd planned on doing with this one, once I started rolling it and realized what I'd done, was I'd planned on using this for the current grip and rip build that I've got going on right now. But as you can see, it's not good. And actually that's a Max Fury one, so I probably planned on using that one for my Whirlwind build, is what I planned on using that one for. But again, that's poo. The physical damage itself was alright, but the rest of it, the damage to bleeding, you really don't want to look for that. The bleed's broke right now. Fury cost reduction in the movement speed, main reason why I kept those boots. Damage reduction while injured right now. That is an OP roll, just the damage reduction while injured. Okay, so that's another one, Hoda. Wouldn't have kept that. The deck's on there. Don't want it. The strength and the willpower rolls on that, that's nice. That is real nice. This is actually a good necklace. I might actually list this one for sale on market. What's another good roll for the control? Impaired duration reduction. Damage reduction while fortified. Damage reduction from enemies that are bleeding. Again, that damage reduction from enemies that are bleeding, damage to enemies that are bleeding, that's broke right now because of the Barber Heart. Let's see here. The elite roll That is good once you get into upper levels just because of the amount of elites, but it's not good for low builds. Wallop passive, that was going to be the double swing. So double swing, you're more looking for getting the club damage out of it, and the 5.2 strength. That is actually a really good roll. The only thing here that I would actually re-roll on this is the healing received. Weapon mastery skill damage is good. That strength is good, and the ranks of the wallop is good. The only thing bad about that, I can't see it because of my camera, which means you guys probably can't see it either. So let me readjust this. I am moving the camera. Move camera display. Let's just go ahead and put this top dead center. Who cares, right? Okay, so back into this. Okay, so that right there is 767. Even after re-rolling, spiking it up, it's not going to break the 800 threshold. So I'm not going to gain any excess from that one. Here's another one that Fury cost reduction, total armor, and the thorns. I don't want the dex really as a barb. I don't much care for it. Here's another one with the wallop passive, Fury cost reduction, damage with dual wield weapons. That'll work out for the double swing. And then the slow duration reduction. Instead of slow duration, you want impaired duration reduction. So you would be looking for, where did we go? So like that, control impaired duration reduction. That's what I would want there instead of the slow. The rest of that, like I said, that was going to be a double swing. But again, seeing how low that item power is, that's not as good as I thought it was going to be. Let's see, ammies are hard to come by. Amulets are really hard to get good over 800. So I've got 2 of these uniques. 6.8 attack speed, 5.6. But then if you look, 15 core, 18 core, 22.5 non-physical, 17 non-physical, 8% crowd controlled enemies, and then 6% crowd controlled enemies. So where this one's over the top, this one's below, and vice versa. 4,181. This one's almost basically 54. That's a mid roll as well. It's not quite max, but it's still a good roll. But again, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna Ancient Souls. That's another one. You want the Steel Grass additionals from that. That is also almost a max roll on the slowed effect to this. So item power is also over 803. So whenever I go to level this up, I'm probably going to wind up getting +8 out of the Steel Grasp on that. We'll see how that rolls, but I might wind up getting that. Here's a Hellhammer, Ancestral Unique 2-handed Mace. Nice. And the max roll on the Upheaval. That was the big benefit to this one. That damage reduction from enemies that are bleeding. That's, again, that's not what I'm looking for. That's broke right now. I don't know why I kept that one. Oh, it don't make sense. But anyways, I'm going to jump back in and doing the Glyph Farm like what I originally said I was going to do on this live stream. So
I can't do that here.
You won't find a better here in all the steps.
Well, maybe all the steps. Okay, so sell.
Live well, my friend.
Also, these gloves here that I have, that crit strike chance, I'm trying to max roll that. I think right now it's costing me like 2 mil gold to roll those. So I'm not sure how much more I'm going to keep trying to push that. I might push it up to 4 mil because the rest of this, like, look, that is 26 out of 27 for the all stats on it. Again, I'm always looking for the strength, even if it comes through all stats. The 60 out of 63 for the strength, and then the attack speed is maxed. So I did re-roll that. I think that was damage to close enemies is what that was, or damage to injured is what it originally was. So I have re-rolled that for the crit strike chance. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my crit strike chance up to around 35%. Anything more than that is really unnecessary. But that extra 6% that I'm trying to get out of there will get me there. So let me make sure I'm speaking on that right. Yeah, it's almost 6%, 6.7. So it will get me over that 35 just a little bit. But all right, so we got this. Consumables. What new ones did I get here? So that one's not bad. I just don't like the fact of the dash pushes. Don't like this physical damage. Ooh. Why not? That'll be a quick run. Farming XP. For the glyphs. Okay, so now that I'm back out of there, I'm actually going to go ahead and move this again. Sorry about this, but I'm going to move this back over here. Now, the one things that I myself cannot stand as a bard is the wasp. I hate the wasp. Should have been streaming on the last go round because I actually had what's his name, Butcher. Had him up in there, which is pretty cool. I always actually like it whenever I get him because he's a pretty good test on how good your build is. I'm also not too worried about hitting health because, and I'm probably going to wind up eating my words, but I have the damage reduction while injured. And then also one of my yells gives me the HP boost. I don't have that one up above 1 because I really don't need it on the scream stats. That is what I'm talking about right here. Oh, I was hoping I was a butcher, but he didn't say fresh meat. Also, another thing a lot of people probably have not caught on to, which I brought up to one of my friends that was playing with last night. But what you're looking for, you'll know when the butcher's around. And how you'll know is that your music will actually change. And whenever I hear it, I'll say something about it. The one thing I have not had happen yet, which I would like to see happen, is getting the butcher around and they'll have one of their defense buffs. these guys here. And the reason why I'd like to see that is because it seems like every time I get one of these, like these normal mobs around it will die before it does for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that and why it's doing it, but and then the other thing that I really want to work on is getting my steel grasp to the cooldown down on that a bit. The only thing that's really bad about this build is getting a single target, but as you can see, like as long as I can hit the bleed on them, they're done. Oh, he didn't die out. But there you go. That wasn't so bad. Should all but this one bleed out here now. See that damage reduction while injured? If I'd had anything else but that, I'd have died right there. See what I mean? Like all those enemies around that damage reduction one died before the damage reduction mob did. Now she has thrown herself out. I already know that these things are going to spawn as soon as I drop this. Boom, just like that. A little more time. See, that's what I mean. Like, I really
I'm not ready.
Want my steel grasp. I mean, I either need to rank it up to get more, or I'm not even sure if I'm going to get more out of that, or the cooldown on it. One of the two. Which is why I might switch this up to the Ancient Oath, but I've also got so much stuff coming out of my everything's dead there. Basically.
I'm not ready.
I need to grab that heart. longer to kill than what I would have liked. Why is this one taking so long to kill? That's actually kind of weird. There we go. Okay. The other reason why I am still running nightmares is because of the fact that I'm also still trying to item farm, trying to max out my build. So, get this guy dead with here real quick. He should die off the bleed, just like that. Nice and quick. Nice and quick. I think they want to play. And they didn't want to play. I may actually go see if I can roll a decent Nightmare 100 and switch up the stream title. And maybe start running Nightmare 100 only. And then also this right here now should be the boss. You guys are going to see how frustrating this is. This can be. Hopefully this one's pretty quick. Oh no, definitely not going to be. So this build is nice until it comes to these. Silence from him is annoying. So there we go. Bleed's gonna get him down below that point. No, it didn't. Took it up above. Okay, now this is where... See, now my whirlwind build that I had killed them a lot quicker than the bosses. There we go, now he's dead. Bye-bye. It's not horrible, but that's definitely slow. Oh, look at that. Ancestral Unique. Almost got that martial glyph up max. Next one I'm maxing out, obviously, is going to be that territorial. So, but yeah. So, now time to teleport back. Sell my loot. Loot. Find out if there's anything worth keeping. We'll see if that butcher's axe worth keeping. And the reason why I'm just selling all of my stuff and not breaking it down is because, like, look, Fiend Roses, that's why I would wind up going to the Hell Tides, is so I can get those. Also bosses, but bosses don't drop them all the time. But I've literally got plenty of stuff that I'm not worried about it right now. Like, look at how many baleful fragments I got. Who needs that many? You know what I'm saying? Like, who needs that many? So, the baleful fragments.
Hello.
But anyways, back into this. That right there, like off rip, that looks like poo. As soon as I see what is that, an element resistance, right? An elemental resistance, I'm not interested anymore. It's just poo. Now, on the Eternal Realm, I did have a Deathblow build barb. That was nice. I see my pretty girl there in the background. Oh, pretty girl. Pretty girl. Who's a good girl? Yeah, you're a good girl. But yeah, just the elemental resistance rules are bad. This walk-in arsenal, I know for a fact I already have a 20% one in my inventory, so I'm not going to keep the 19. Fortify, that's actually not... The rest of it's all... Now, oof, that might be a double swing one. Except for the ultimate. We'll let that go. That's a high roll on the physical and the brawling. It's a poor roll on the strength.
Give it over.
Okay, so 802. 82 strength. Everything else.
I'll shake on that.
801. No strength, no all stats. That's mid. That's mid as hell. But that's literally across the board mid. But that's might be better than what I have though. So we'll go take a look. Under 800 now
That's a deal.
for two-handers. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Ooh wee. 811. Oh, and the max. The Butcher's Cleaver. Oof, that's a tough one. I might actually have to go look and see what the other ones are that I have. So, like this right here, this has got all stats on it. That's almost max. That's all right. The damage over time, everything else on there, that's poo roll. Too far under 800 now. Too far under 800. Too far under 800.
Give it over.
That's close enough. Again, elemental resistance, and then also I got the intelligence. So there's two things I definitely would not want on the roll. You want pets? You want pets? No more. Don't get pushy. Okay, the only reason why I keep the hearts is because I'm still rolling for Wrathful Invokers, which I already do have quite a few of those. 53 of them. So I've got a lot of Wrathfuls to run. I keep these. I've already got stacks of 100 of each of all three of these in my inventory. Just because of the fact that they're used for rolling the Varshan. So if I ever have a friend that wants to just strictly just go hunt down Varshan, then we'll run those. But again, that's not something that I do very often. I'm actually going to drop these pots out of my inventory as well here while we look at the rest of this. Deposit, like I said. I'm not looking to keep those in my inventory. I'm already level 100. The only pots that I should really be consuming anymore, or even keeping on me, are going to be like this one, Elixir of Cruelty. Critical strike chance by 15% and experience gain by 5%. Damage, critical strike damage, 25%. And then these right here, I'm not really worried about those. That one right there, that's an overpower boost. I'm not an overpower build. Where did we go? There was another one in here that was actually right there, that one. These are worth it. Like these are great. These are awesome. So hold on a second, I just had one of the homies. Okay, sorry about that, but I got a friend that's talking to me about camping this following weekend if I just have company cancel on me. So, probably going to go camping this Saturday night as well. Trying to remember what I was in here doing. Where is the Barb Cleave? That's what it was. So, right there. So, 805. Ooh. I think that one might actually be better than this 811 roll. Oh, not on the physical. So I'm going to do this. Critical's better. Chance is better. And then the last is worse. That's a hard choice. Let's go ahead and just keep both of those. Let's put these not there. Not there. Yeah, we'll put them in here. Okay, so 30, 60. That's why I was running that one. I could not remember why it was. It was for the critical cooldowns for everything that's non-ultimate. So, kept that for the berserking duration because I might switch some stuff up. That was a max roll on that one, so I kept it. It's darn near max, so that breaks down to 7,100 when split in half for a one-handed. So that's 4% to 60. Okay, so that's a different roll than that. Ah, that's why. Okay. That's max. Kept that one. I don't know. What was that? Oh, yeah, strength and all stats. That was for the axe. That was for the aspect. Also the aspect. That was a max on the dust. Max on the attack speed. Some of these I keep, some of these I don't. The ancestral uniques. It just really depends on the rule. This is something that I was using back whenever I first started the whirlwind before I found out the swords were better. And that's already imprinted, so I can't rip that aspect off. The aspect, in case if I roll another build for another weapon. This, like, I farmed for this one for forever, and then I switched up. Again, like I said, the whirlwind. Don't play it no more. Max on the thorns. Max on Hammer of the Ancients. That's because I have another club that I don't use anymore that I had rolled for the two-hander that was over 3,000, so that was close to it. I thought I was going to keep it, did not. Okay, so 2040. I think that's that one, isn't it? Yep, so I've got one that's better. So I've got one that's going to be 40/80 on a two-hander already, so that one was better. Max roll on the Berserking. That's darn close to max roll on that, and by max, it's because of the cooldown effect. The max on this one is going to be only 20, not 40. Maxed on the aspect. Maxed on the aspect. Maxed. 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 I think that's the second time I've seen that. It's not quite max, but also it's always nice to keep the ones that are close. This one I think I kept because of the fact that it had the whirlwind on it, and it was close enough to 800 that it would break 100, that 800 marker whenever I were to rank it up, whenever I were to level it up at the blacksmith. So I actually thought I was going to do a frenzy build at one time, so which I might actually still do with the double swing. Again, maxed because of the fact of the low count roll. Another one that's maxed. The reason why that one looks different than the other ones is because the amulet gives a 15% increase to the aspect. So, this also, I believe, was one that I had grabbed because I was going to go to the double swing. I was thinking about going to double swing stomp, but again, gotta have all the materials for re-rolling all your gear. So we're gonna go sell this. Just barely broke 10. Once I get up to 20 mil gold, I'm gonna go re-roll these gloves again, see if I can get that crit strike chance up.
I'll shake on that. Don't hurt yourself.
So, alright, so let's see here. I do not like this stuff that chases you around in there. This doesn't bother me, but that's only 71. Let's do something that's a little bit more entertaining. So here's an 85. Drifting Shade, don't like that one. Nightmares. You know what? Let's entertain this. Let's just go ahead and do this. I might die. We'll see. And if I remember right, this is the one that I hate too. Let's see here.
I'm not ready.
keep hearing that. Yep. And then here's where the fun starts.
I'm not ready.
And because I don't have to kill everything, I'm not going to stick around if I don't have to. And right there's the death. Oh, not. Damn. Oh, yep.
I need more time.
That's where the damage reduction while injured really comes into play. He's probably going to rock me. There we go. The reason why I use that shout is to get the health up just a little bit. Always try triggering that thing if I can before I run into a mob, so see, like that, almost just got rocked. Trying to get away from him, that way my bleed can do his thing. There's another Wrathful Invoker. All I'm looking for is the Animus Carriers. Like I said, always looking to trigger that if I can trigger that. And as hard as it's been so far, I would actually like to run into the Butcher again. Because I want to see... I really do not like that drifting shade at all. Like, I cannot say enough how much I do not like that drifting shade. Got stuck there, so I had to go ahead and cast it.
I need more time. I need time to do this.
I'm gonna die somewhere, this is where it's gonna be.
I need more time. I'm afraid.
So here's looking for a boss.
I'm not ready.
I'm not trying to get cornered with this defense thing around, so wish I would have stunned the big guy, but it didn't. It is what it is, you know, sometimes. Like right here, I got to fight this now. Couldn't fight that. So that's quick death. It's all good though. Got myself cornered up. So now we know he's not that way. There he is. We got him. Oh, and he's vamping? That's cool. Oh, I've got that guy. I do not like these. Okay, so there's my key. So now I gotta run back. To the spot that I just died a minute ago. We're going to take care of these guys. Revenge is always great. Just like that. Okay, so we about to see. Oh, yay.
I'm afraid. I'm
Oh,
not
come on. Do your thing, man. You want to do it, do it. There we go. Oh, that should have been my bleed.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, this might. Nope.
I need more time. I need more time.
Why? Bro, that dude over there is getting a little aggressive. Yep. So here we go again, one more time. Well, I still got two, but I'm gonna try this again.
I'm afraid.
Okay, got that guy. Bro, get away from that. Sometimes it's just a punk. Sometimes it's just a punk. So there's that maxed out. Still got 47 XP. So gonna go obviously go ahead and start leveling up the territorial too. So Nightmare Sigil. Didn't really get a whole lot out of that one. But I also didn't kill a lot, so. Phone's about to croak. Also, I really don't much care for this town. I mean, they got some of these cities broke out. It's annoying. Oh, not straight to the blacksmith. I don't want to do that. Here, vendor. Okay, so
Unusual, but a good addition to my wares.
see that? Oh, man.
Always smart to buy supplies inventory. Well, I would like that. Always smart to buy supplies inventory.
Fudge. So really, that's not... Yeah, it is. That's a low roll on the strength.
Unusual, but a good addition to my wares.
See, I really don't much care for the lucky hits. But it's pretty close. I think I've already got one better than that, though. Meh,
Well,
always
I
find
would
some
like
better.
that.
There's another 85. Yeah, see, I do not care for that drifting shade, as you guys just seen in that other nightmare. Now, I'll go over here.
Come back if you need the forge.
Okay, so it is already 7:30 here Central. I do need to eat dinner. I do need to I actually need to call some people back here. So I do apologize, guys, but I need to jump off of here. So I need to make some actual work calls. You guys have a good evening. If you guys catch this, or morning or whatever it may be, good luck. If anybody wants me to come back through this, even still show them the build and whatnot, I can do that. There is other videos already out there. If I go over my builds, obviously not going to have the little window up here showing me. I might actually get rid of that as well. But you guys have a good night. I got to make some more calls here. I missed like 4 calls. So I will talk to you guys later. Thank you.